What's up, guys? This is John from newnow.life. Today I'd love to talk to you about the power of perspective, specifically reframing obstacles into opportunities. The high school students that I teach, they love to play video games. And I ask them, well, what's your ideal video game experience? And they say, well, I want to play a game that I enjoy and where I win. And I say, okay, so it's really important to you that you win, right? And they say, well, yeah, I like that. It feels good to win. And say, okay, fair enough. So wouldn't it make sense that every time you play, you only play against 2-year-old babies or 90-year-old grandpas, because one of them can't hold a controller and the other one probably never has held a controller. I'm like, well, okay, no, I don't play against a lot of babies or grandpas. And I say, okay, well, what about against your little brother or sister, right? Like, they've played before, but they're probably not very good. You can wipe the floor with them every single time. I'm like, okay, like I've done that, but actually that doesn't feel so good, right? When we boil down to it, they want to play against people where they're not winning all the time or losing all the time. Winning all the time gets stale and boring, right? But losing all the time is kind of disheartening. And I think that's how we get kind of into the concept of optimal frustration. Being in situations where we feel challenged on a regular basis, but in a way that inspires us to raise our game and our standards to a higher level. I think about some of the most popular stories from the last couple of years, right? Frodo returning the ring to Mount Doom. The Avengers banding together to defeat Thanos. Batman overcoming Heath Ledger's Joker in The Dark Knight. What all these stories have in common for me is a hero who is pitted against seemingly insurmountable odds, or a group of heroes, and they had to learn to gain new resources, come at their situation from a new empowered way to realize success. Let's imagine for a second that we are all actors in a play which is opening on Broadway right now. Curtain call is in 5 minutes. The audience is full of people who have come to watch, critics and journalists, and our entire future career is going to be based on how well our role is received, and we are the star of the show. If we had a hand in writing the script, would we write a script where our character gets up at the beginning of every day, goes to a nondescript job, nothing of interest ever happens, they go home at night, eat some dinner, watch Netflix, and go to sleep? 2 hours after the play has started, we're in the exact same place as when we began. That would be a boring role to play and an excruciatingly boring role to watch. It only makes sense that we would script in a bunch of twists and turns, obstacles for ourselves to overcome, people who will come in and challenge us, right, to make the story more interesting, more dynamic, more engaging for both ourselves as the actor and for the audience watching. Let's say that one of our main challenges comes in the form of an antagonist, a devious villain who comes in to try to prevent us from achieving our goals. If we're exchanging notes with our fellow actor right before the curtain goes up, are we going to say to them, hey, you're really going hard on me in practice. Could you pull a few of those punches? Could you tone down the language? I don't want to sweat too much out there. No, right? This is a play. We want to win in the end. And what we want to ask them to do is actually to go at us as hard as they possibly can, so that when we overcome their obstacles at the end, our victory is going to seem all the sweeter. In our lives, I think we have an opportunity on a daily basis to approach things either as obstacles, which makes them frustrating and stressful and challenging, or as opportunities. People, places, and situations which come in to help us clarify our goals, find creative and innovative solutions to the issues we're being presented with, and reach higher levels of success than we ever thought possible. I love helping people identify and reframe their belief systems to achieve higher levels of creativity, innovation, and enjoyment in their life. Feel free to join me on my website. It's newnow.life, newnow.life. And just as a little shout out to the Raptors, no one thought they could beat Golden State, but our city had a little parade today. Just saying, it was all the sweeter because they defeated one of the best dynasty teams in the NBA, right? Have a great day, guys. Take care.